How's it going, everybody? This is Taylor from the PRN Big Racing Network, and today we welcome you to Canadian Tire, which is the T Truck Series drivers that are going to be racing around this road course. No cautions. Road course policy is for all series, no cautions. So if there's an accident, they just have to go through it. It's only 26 laps. It's not a lot. Get the qualifying list on the left side of your screen, or the middle left. Brad Severs and Jared Lewis make up the front two. In the second row, we got Levi McIntyre and Luke Bergowski. In the third row, we got Jack Davini and Nick Santiago. In the fourth row, we got Noah Breeze and Henry Duran. In the fifth row, Rob Racer and Dylan Rash. Rob Racer and James Bowles looking to get their way back into the chase after what happened to Corbin Forster last week with his surprising victory. That'll put him into the chase. But today we're going to take it to Canadian Tire, get this race started here. The chase is starting to come winding down to the start. It's only going to be a matter of time before these drivers are going to be heading to the chase. And 10 drivers will go to the chase. There's command to get this race underway. NASCAR rolls off the field. We're set to get this race started with Brad Severs and Jared Lewis making up the front two. With no cautions being available, you gotta make your moves quick, you gotta make your moves fast, and you gotta make them as quickly as possible. We already have a couple drivers up at the front who are already guaranteed a spot in the playoffs. It could increase their chances of the green flags out, and we're racing here at Canadian Tire. Brad Severs takes out the lead quickly in turns 1 and 2. Levi McIntyre will take the runner-up spot in the second spot. No incidents so far being reported. Side by side for the second spot. Levi McIntyre and Jared Lewis trying to battle it out for the runner-up spot. Brad Severs will take the lead coming down to one of these turns. Don't know the actual turn. No incidents so far going through the back to the front of the field. Couple cars starting to stack up already. Corbin Forster, last week's winner, stuck in the mess here. So far, so good for many drivers, but Brad Severs holds the lead. He's pulled away a slight, about a car length and a half over Levi McIntyre. Levi McIntyre trying his hardest to get up to the front of Brad Severs here, side by side for the third spot. Nick Santiago trying to get past Jared Lewis. These two are going to battle it out across the line. Brad Severs will lead the first lap. Oh! Garsky and Matty Ortiz get involved in a wreck. We'll look at this crash right here and see what happened between these two. Looks like Todd Sigarski just runs wide, and they both run into the same. Oh, that was a hard hit for Matty Ortiz. And that is what will happen to those two drivers. Like we said, there are no cautions in this race. So a quick accident takes out 2 drivers. Not a good day for those two, as well as Trickle Nickel not having a good day whatsoever as well. It kind of looks like to me like Levi McIntyre is starting to catch up towards Brad Severs. He is starting to gain some time on him. Brad Severs brakes heavily in that corner. He's trying his hardest to stay out in front. I'm continuously going to the back to report on any incidents that happens in this race. Had one about to happen right there. It looked like That 18 truck was starting to get a little loose. But kept it straight and keeps it going. It is just a 3-car breakaway, all separated by like a car length and a half. This race is just starting to begin. Got a couple more drivers trying to battle it out here. We got Gabe Nudes going down pit road in the 42. He's looking like to make an early stop already. So the 42 is down pit road quite early in the race. And the Cup drivers are coming here as well, so it's going to be a hell of a race there. So far, Gabe Nudes, Garsky, and Betty Ortiz, the 3 drivers, looking to not have a good day in this race. Probably Gabe Nudes can have a good strategy and pull his way up to the front here. Go ahead and take a look at the standings here so you can see where everybody is. Got 2 drivers out of an accident. Garsky and Betty Ortiz couldn't complete 1 lap without getting involved in an accident. Tip Foster in the 47 and 21st tried to get his way up to the front of the field, but he's at 21st. And Tip Foster, not the greatest at road courses. Corbin Forster, last week's winner, in just 1 spot next to him. So far, no incidents to report on this end of the stick. As you see, Gabe Nudes dropping like a rock on the standings. Couple of side-by-side battles near the front of the field. Still no incidents to really report on. Because I'm keeping going through the field because I don't want to miss an incident on accident. We'll take it back up to the front of the field where we'll see Brad Severs and Levi McIntyre still going at it. And with that, we'll take a quick commercial break here in this race, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back in a few short moments to see what happens between the 2 drivers of Brad Severs and Levi McIntyre, and even Nick Santiago. If any accidents are to happen, I will report on them. But for now, we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be back in a moment.
Is enough to get me to the boiling point.
Welcome back to Canadian Sport, or Canadian Tire. What did I say? Yeah, Canadian Tire. No accidents throughout the field. It's been a clean couple laps since we last reported. So far, not really much anything happening, but once I cross that line, there'll be 20 laps to go. It'll be quite interesting to see what pit strategy is going to be like, if anybody's going to go down at all. See Jared Lewis here. We'll go on board with Jared Lewis. Trying to catch up to Nick Santiago and pass him for the 3rd spot. And Levi McIntyre here trying to catch up to Brad Severs, but is not gaining on Brad Severs in the slightest. Probably losing a couple tenths here in this lap. Not the greatest situations for Levi McIntyre in the 99 truck. With that, we guess since we have a little bit of time, no incidents to really report on, we could talk about Season 2 a little bit more. Since it is not official on how, well, it's not official. I haven't talked about how Season 2 is going to work for any of these series. So I will say this right now, for the Twisted Tea Truck Series, Season 2 is going to be a fresh start for new drivers. In this series, no one advances to Season 2, except the champion. Whoever comes out of Homestead as the Twisted Tea Truck Series champion will go on to Season 2 and drive a truck of their number, as it is unclear what car set will be used. Oh wow, Trickle Dickle really got into Henry Duran right there. Oh, that's TV1. I thought that was TV2 the entire time. Keep an eye on this battle here, because Trickle is trying to crack the top 10. It's getting pretty antsy here. Anyways, Season 2, the champion of the series will move on to Season 2, where we will have new drivers try to fight their way through the series. And I say new drivers, not any drivers that are in Season 1 of the Twisted Tea Truck series. That's basically about all I really have to say. Season 2 is slowly but surely coming to a halt. It looks like Tip Foster got into some kind of altercation. Let's go back and look. What happened to Tip Foster? Did he go down pit road? Yes, okay. Tip Foster just went down pit road, so nothing too scary for Tip. Just went down pit road and get some service done on his car or truck or whatever you want to call it. Trickle Dickle has cracked the top 10. It's good for that 69 truck, trying to get its way up to the front here. I don't know if it'll be pretty possible to catch up to Brad Severs, because even Levi McIntyre, a pretty dominant driver in this series, is having some issues. But if we talk about Season 2 for other series, such as the Piston Cup series, we are probably going to use the top 10 in the points. So basically, whoever makes it to the chase will advance to Season 2 automatically. And that's really about it. Champion will probably get a special car made, depending on what happens in this. Depending what happens in the next couple of weeks, because we still have several weeks left of competition left. Go to super speedways, road courses, short ovals. You name it, we'll be going there in a couple of weeks, depending on what series goes where. All we know right now is Season 1 is coming to an end shortly soon, with the chase soon to be starting. Who will advance? Who will win this championship and go to Season 2 of the Twisted Tea Truck series? Twisted Tea Truck series will not have the Twisted Tea name in it, as Twisted Tea only is sponsoring us for 1 year. And then we will move on, find a new sponsor, and we will hopefully be able to bring you some more coverage of some trucks. Still nothing to report on. Basically single file throughout the entire field. Take another quick commercial break here. I'll be back in a few moments, live from Canadian Tire. Oh man, what a beautiful day. But wait, what's that over there? God no, please, no, no. Where are you when the apocalypse hits? Prepare to die. This has been a message from people who are paid to scare you.
This is how you turn it on. This is your music. This is your email. This is the web. And this is a call on your iPhone.
Welcome back to Canadian Tire. Levi McIntyre still trying to chase down her 83 truck of Brad Severs. So far, during the commercial break, no incidents have been reported. Oh my, oh Levi, oh Levi. Oh, that's going to cost Levi a ton of time. Here comes that 61 truck of Nick Santiago trying to take the second spot away from Levi McIntyre after he goes in the grass. A couple drivers battling back here in the back of the field. Not really an action-packed race. Let's count this battle here for second. Levi McIntyre and Nick Santiago battling for the second spot. That's given Brad Severs a ton of time to pull away from the rest of the field. 14 laps to go in this race, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do a segment here that I've not done in a long time. Ladies and gentlemen, let's crank it up. Got some pit stops going on here. Looking like these drivers got to try and top off here. Look at all those signs going down. Brad Severs is just barely going to beat off Nick Santiago. Just barely. They're nose to tail. The battle for the lead goes side by side. Nick Santiago tries to take the lead away from Brad Severs. They're side by side. They're battling for the first spot. Here when they come to the line, that'll be 10 to go. They still got a long way to go to hit that 10 to go mark. While these two battle side by side for the leading position. Levi McIntyre, Luke Borgowski look on third and fourth, just a couple car lengths back. And they are still side by side. Oh, they touch. Banging off one another down this turn. Brad Severs gets the edge on Nick Santiago out of that turn. After beating and bumping with him in that corner, Nick Santiago let out and gave Brad Severs the lead. Ooh, Dana Mon almost got into Frony Tobabin there and nearly caused those two to wreck. Oh, Jack Devaney Jr. nearly got into the quarter panel of Bill Watterson. Would have been bad. That could have been bad. 10 to go. It is 10 to go. Side by side there with between Sean Bowman and Invasive Alien. Two are battling it out side by side for the whatever position they're in. Sean Billman will get the edge there. Again, pretty antsy across these corners here. A battle for third back there. The main battle right here is for the lead between Nick Santiago and Brad Severs. Brad Severs leading all the laps so far in today's race, but can he lead the most important one, which is the final lap? Nick Santiago losing a lot of time on Brad Severs. Brad Severs definitely has a short run truck, but not a good long run. Is it me, or does Nick Santiago look like he has some damage on his hood? Probably just the graphics. Yep. So far, it doesn't look like any other incidents are going to happen in this one. Calder Grow and the 18 truck battling one another. Across that line, that was a tight one between those two drivers. Battling for the 21st spot. It's Brad Severs in the lead right now, trying to get away from that 61 truck. Having a hard time catching up to that 83 truck. And we will hopefully be able to have a good battle for the lead near the end of the race. But we will take one more commercial break here. Brad Severs is leading all the laps. Will he lead the most important one? We'll find that out here in a couple minutes. We'll be back in a couple moments here on the PRN Big Racing Network.
Disturbed, Indestructible, available June 3rd.
Welcome back to Canadian Tire. Brad Severs is leading all the laps so far. And as you tell, under commercial, we had 3 drivers taken out yet again by an accident. Those 3 drivers are going to be shown right here. Dylan Rash, Trevor Orlowski, and Chris Poindexter got into each other and took them all out of the race. I'm not so sure if anybody else was involved in that, but hopefully not a lot of other drivers were involved in that wreck. See the drivers here trying to battle it out, getting close to one another. Comes to the line, it'll be 6 laps to go. It's a 4-car battle for the lead, but no battles in sight between these 2 drivers. They are dead even, basically. Dead even upon the straight between Brad Severs and Nick Santiago. And I'm sorry this video went out a little late because I was feeling under the weather on Monday and did not feel like recording at all. Nick Santiago somewhat catching up to the 83 of Brad Severs. Brad Severs does not have a good long run car, mainly a short run. As you can tell that the 3 drivers behind him are starting to catch back up to him. Nick Santiago, Levi McIntyre, Luke Brogowski all trying their hardest to try and get to victory lane yet again. Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. Nick Santiago is somewhat catching up to Brad Severs, but I don't know if it'll be enough time for him to actually be able to pass him for the win. Go ahead and let's look at our schedule here for the next upcoming few races here. The field, and everybody's spread apart by at least a car length or more. Let's go ahead and let's look at our schedule. So, Canadian Tire. The next week we go to Armory Super Speedway. And that's a doubleheader again. Yas Marina, another doubleheader. The next time we will not have a doubleheader will be 9 races from now, when the trucks take it to Kansas at Talladega for the Piston Cup Series. It'll be 1 race before the chase. We are hoping that everything goes right in these next few weeks, because I know these tracks are really good, especially Armory and the T-Swift Superdome. If I were to guess on when these races will all be uploaded and completed and everything's done, it would be by this middle of February, by the time NASCAR actually starts again. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that can work. I want to try and get all these races done, and get the series all completed. The only series that'll be going that'll be going on after all these series are done is the Kickstarter Cup Series, which will have more than 1 episode a week. So that way we can go ahead and, get the series started just before Daytona and the actual NASCAR Cup Series. So we got a battle for the 2nd place. Levi McIntyre trying to get his runner-up spot yet again. Nick Santiago trying to hang on to that 2nd spot. Trying his hardest to stay in 2nd. Coming down to 3 laps to go. Brad Severs loves to see this in his mirror. Will it be enough for him to get the victory? Will these drivers that are battling for these positions work together and try to get up to Brad Severs and pass him? All Brad Severs needs to do is make one slight mistake, and it's all over for his win. Brad Severs tried his hardest to get back into victory lane. Corbin Forster had the biggest upset win of the season last week at Texas, staying out during pit strategy, and it helped him tremendously. What will happen when we go to 2 to go across the line? Will we see a bump and run? Will we see a dump and run? Will we see a clean battle? Will we ever see a battle? Levi McIntyre is fallen back to 4th. Looks like he may have made a mistake somewhere. I wasn't paying attention, so I don't know if he got loose and wrecked or something. Ben Roberts is down pit road yet again. Hopefully that is not something we're going to see coming across the line one more time for Brad Severs and all that. Brad Severs tried his hardest to get to victory lane yet again. He has a lot of space between him and Nick Santiago in second. Before we take a look at the last lap battle, we'll take a look at the standings here yet again. So go all the way down here. You can find the last drivers here. A side-by-side battle for the second spot. Luke Brogowski will take the second spot, but not before Nick Santiago puts up a fight. So we'll take it to the white flag spots by Credit One National Bank. Brad Severs leading by more than a second. Almost 2 seconds to Luke Brogowski, who is now in second. Luke Brogowski is probably going to get another runner-up spot. Brad Severs already has won this race because there is no way these guys are going to track him down. So this is the battle for the runner-up spot. These drivers battling for second. Brad Severs has nobody in his mirror to look out for. But if Brad Severs does make a mistake and doesn't quickly get out of the mistake, could be capitalized by that 72 truck of Luke Brogowski. Another side-by-side battle for second. Nick Santiago tried to take back second because he knows he can't get first, but he wants to try and get the runner-up spot. Nick Santiago out of that corner will get second spot, but he won't get first. First place will go to Brad Severs in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Coming out of the last few turns, Brad Severs is going to dominate at Canadian Tire in this one, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the Canada 500 goes to the 83 truck of Brad Severs. So let's see the drivers coming towards the line here. Jack Devaney gets a nice top 10. Great finish for him. See the last few remaining drivers coming past the line. So a side-by-side battle here between What If Racing and Benjamin Roberto. There'll be a close one between these two, and it looks like Benjamin Roberto just barely got him. That'll be the last of that. Take it to the standings where you'll see the final results of this one, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to Brad Severs being back at victory lane. And that'll help him in the chase tremendously. Next week is Armory Super Speedway. A crazy, crazy track with crazy, crazy action. We will see you next week at Armory Super Speedway. Have a good one, everybody.